What's up guys, this is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we are going to be doing a full review on the FMK 9C Generation 2. This is a compact 9mm pistol, similar size to the Glock 19, which we will probably also be referencing in this video. Let's start out, I guess, by what comes in the box. I usually don't do unboxing, but box is here. This is the pistol. Comes with two 14-round magazines. I mean, that is if you're in a free state. If you're not in a free state, you get 10. 10's okay though. You can do the job with 10 if you have to. Two of those. Comes with a little bit of oil. Comes with some paperwork that isn't currently here, and these two magazines. So we'll pop these out. Case is actually pretty nice. Get the lettuce off the table. Alright, so the first thing you want to know about the FMK is that it's veteran made. The company is very patriotic, and they are out of California, believe it or not. So if you get a chance to support their company, if you're interested in one of their guns and you're not sure, hopefully that puts you over the edge. I like supporting companies that I like what they're doing, and they're behind enemy lines right now in California making new firearms for you guys, so I appreciate that. Let's get into what we would use this gun for. It's very similar size to the Glock 19. I would show you, but my Glock 19 is currently in pieces because I am redoing it. But you've seen it on the channel before, and I will annotate some pictures in, hopefully, of size comparisons. It's a good alternative to the Glock 19 if you're on a budget. This gun comes in at about $300 to $400. Now, is this the best gun in the world? Right off the bat, no, it's not. But there are some drawbacks to it, but there are some really good things to it too. And the number one good thing about it is that you can get it for, I think the lowest I saw was $329. That's very impressive. So getting a pistol like this for $329 is already a good buy, so I'd already give it a 10 in value for sure. Comparing it to the Glock 19, is it the same quality? To me, no. I know a lot of people say that Glocks aren't made of quality materials and things like that. I personally think they are. I personally think they're very reliable. This pistol, as far as reliability goes, is good. It's really good. I had several malfunctions out of about the 400, 500 range that I fired through it, about 400 rounds. And I think I had 3 or 4 malfunctions out of it. And you know, with that small of an amount of ammo, you could say it was the ammo, you could say it was the magazines. It's really hard to say. Basically, the internet track record on this pistol, however, is that the Gen 2 is much better than the Gen 1. So if you're going to get this pistol based on reliability, I've heard that the Gen 2 is more reliable. 3 or 4 malfunctions out of 400 is not that bad though, especially for, you know, semi-automatic pistol. It's definitely good enough to defend your life. Along for the pistol of its size, it is 23 ounces. The Glock 19 is about the same. So you're getting about the same weight. This pistol, in my opinion, has less recoil than the Glock 19. Part of it is because I think it has a little bit superior ergonomics. And again, for being a lower price point, that's really impressive. Another part of it is this rubber backstrap that it has here. Initially, I thought that was kind of a gimmick, and I thought it was stupid. But it definitely doesn't hurt anything, and as a matter of fact, I think it might actually help a little bit. But I think most of the muzzle flip and stuff is the superior ergonomics of the FMK. So the recoil is great, the ergos are pretty great. The sights, believe it or not, actually aren't that bad for a factory gun. They didn't fall out like the CZs did when I tested them, so that's kind of nice. It is reasonably lightweight. It is the correct size, in my opinion, for a good, just all-around pistol. So why is it $300? What's wrong with it? Well, the first thing I can think of that's wrong with it is the trigger. The trigger, to me, is terrible. But again, I'm a trigger snob, so it's really hard to say. Even Glock triggers, you know, factory triggers aren't good enough for me. You know, I'm a CZ AccuShadow 1911, you know, M&P Apex kind of guy. You know, I like my trigger as good as it could possibly be. I don't really concern myself with keeping the trigger stock. If I can have a better, lighter, crisper, shorter reset trigger, that's what I'll take. But for me, I shot this gun a lot with the SIG P320 because I'm going to be reviewing that soon. The 320 has a significantly better trigger than this gun. As a matter of fact, to me, the trigger was so bad, I was actually having some issues with accuracy at speed. Now, a bad trigger you can use accurately as long as you get used to it and you have time to stage it, and you know, have time to use it. If you're going to make a 50-yard shot, you can do it with this gun as long as you've practiced enough and you're used to the trigger. The accuracy problems for me came about when I was trying to shoot quickly because of the long pull of the trigger. And you see that? See how it just kind of hits that wall and just breaks way back? It's just really hard to get consistent hits with it for me going fast. And you'll see that in the video. Another issue that you're going to run into is it's not going to be as reliable. I mean, we talked a little bit about this before, but it's not going to be as reliable as your M&Ps, your SIG 320s, or your Glocks, or even necessarily your XDs. So, you know, it's not a deal breaker because it's not completely unreliable, like let's say the Car 380 was for me. Another big problem that you're going to have with this gun is the mag release. I had a really difficult time doing reloads with the mag release because you have to push the mag release literally like all the way across to get the magazine to release, and even then most of the time you're stripping them. And stripping them is okay because, you know, you have to do that with a Glock sometimes because it's got plastic mags and it doesn't slide free a lot, or it doesn't slide free quite easily. That's okay, but the issue I had was I was never pushing the magazine release far enough back, because once you push it till it's flush, it's still not enough. You have to give it that extra push in just to get it out. That was a big hassle for me, especially in reloading. Is that a deal breaker either? No, especially not for a $300 gun. And the one of the last downsides I want to talk about is aftermarket support for this firearm. I touched on it a little bit earlier, but one of the issues that you're going to have is you're going to having trouble finding parts, first of all. You're going to have trouble finding magazines, although the magazines really aren't that expensive, which is nice. I think the pistol takes Glock sights. Now, being a reviewer, I should have actually researched that, but I think it does, so that is a big positive. Glocks are probably the most easily accessible accessories on the market, so if you could get Glock sights for that and put that on, that would be really cool. But as far as all the other aftermarket stuff, like if you want to change the mag release, or if you want to get a bigger backstrap, or if you want to change the awful trigger, you know, you're going to have a really hard time with that. Now, you could take it to a gunsmith and have the trigger worked on potentially. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they could make it a little bit better, but they're never going to be able to make it as good as like a good custom Zeb trigger or a really awesome 1911 trigger. So aftermarket support for a gun that's not very popular is not going to be good, so that's something you have to take in consideration. Now, there are some holsters available, not as many holsters as you would get for, let's say, an M&P or something like that, or a 1911, but there are some available. I checked on eBay, and there's other manufacturers making them as well, so that's okay. But, you know, as far as the overall pistol goes, I think for the price, it is an excellent pistol. I like the size. I don't mind the fact that it comes with 3-dot sights. I like the weight. The reliability was really, really reasonable for the price that this pistol is. And that's one thing you really have to compare it to. Is it as good as an M&P? No, it's not. The trigger sucks. It's not as reliable. Is it as good as a Glock? In my opinion, no, it's not. But it's also half the price. You can get 2 of these for 1 Glock. So you weigh that and you decide whether or not it's worth it for you. I mean, me personally, if I was gonna keep this gun, I'd probably just use it as a truck gun. You know, something, you know, a lot of people say, well, for my truck gun, I would use a SCAR. Well, do you want your SCAR to get rusted in the summer, or you want to get broken into and stolen? You know, a really, really reliable $300 gun might be just the thing to fit that niche for you. I don't know, I was trying to do this review fairly quickly, so if I forgot anything, please remind me in the comments below. If you have anything to add, you know, leave in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. Check you later. What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and tonight I plan on reviewing the FMK, the Generation 1. So I just wanted to talk about a little purchase I made for the channel. I actually bought this car that sort of runs and drives, and what I want to do is make a bunch of car myth videos about guns, like what guns can shoot through a windshield, what calibers go through a door, what will shoot off tires, what will end an engine block eventually. And if you guys have any ideas or questions or anything, please leave them in the comments below this video and let me know what you want me to do with this car. Like I said, I kind of made an investment in the channel just to give you guys a good time to watch, so let me know. and let me know if you like the review. Talk to you later.